Florian, I'm curious. You said recently on Discord that next week something big's going to happen. I think that was like 2 weeks ago.
About that. Yeah, and it was about 1 week ago, but the release of the plugin that I made a video about has to be postponed because I found a bunch of new bugs.
Because I've been seeing videos about plugins on YouTube, and I thought, maybe this is the plugin Florian was talking about, or maybe this is
No, you haven't seen it yet.
There was, for example, this
It's going to be so good.
There was, for example, this meta plugin.
Yeah.
I thought this could be one that you're excited about.
Yeah, the plugin that will be released is actually really similar. That's the only thing that I'm going to tell you about it.
What's the general concept, effect, or synth?
Both. No shit, I know I told you 2 things about it. Now it's enough with that.
How was this meta plugin called that came out last week? I don't remember.
I don't know. Something with meta... Blah, blah, blah. We can put it into the description.
It was purple.
What does that plugin do?
I don't know. I haven't watched the video.
AI slop?
You can... No. I don't know if it was made with vibe coding techniques. But what it does is you can import a plugin. Like it hosts plugins, the plugin. And then you can make a setting. And then you can make another setting. And then those are snapshots. And you can modulate between them in various ways.
Wait.
I think it has built-in modulators probably.
Yeah, you can basically
here it is.
like supercharge a bunch of plugins.
It's called Snappy.
I mean, that's not really new though. That's been a thing.
I think the workflow is kind of new.
It's called Snappy Snap, and the title is I made a plugin meta parameter manipulator for NVST3 IDAW. It's wild, and it has a big ball on it.
But what
Zane,
the fuck?
Zane, which DAW do you use again?
FL Studio.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because FL Studio does have a parameter randomizer itself already, so you are used to this feature. Yeah, of course.
My DAW doesn't have that.
Yeah, actually just FL Studio has that feature. Yeah, but I think it is a new feature, because in FL Studio it's very reduced to the basics, and these plugins give you new workflows in regard to
that. In FL Studio, all you can do is either you click like the button on the top right and it says like randomize, and that randomizes all the knobs, which is pretty fucking useless because it like will randomize volumes and stuff. So,
exactly, and that is the difference between these plugins and the FL Studio parameter randomizer, especially when it comes to the bypass parameter, which is so annoying because a lot of plugins have a bypass parameter, and then you randomize the plugin, and in 50% of all cases it will just mute everything. Makes no sense.
Guys, let's do a reaction video to the video. Guys, I haven't uploaded a video in over a month. And before that, it was also like over a month.
Yeah, I'm pretty slow at the moment as well, but that's just because I'm preparing for the release.
We will talk about YouTube. That'll be our last topic, like your stuff.
You always want to talk about YouTube.
Yeah, because it's
what's the current state of YouTube and plugins? How do I get rich?
We gotta get Weaver Beats on the podcast and talk about the current state of YouTube.
Oh, no, thanks.
Guys in the comments, go comment on Weaver Beats.
I would like to invite Weaver Beats to show us a beat that he's working on, because I haven't seen that.
That would be really interesting, to invite random people and they show us a production they're working on.
All right, let's watch it.
It's a good plugin browser. You can even type the plugin and then it filters.
It does look pretty sexy.
He's just making a Saturn setting.
So he just moved the knob from one spot to another spot.
Yeah, all knobs. All of the knobs that he defined to change. No, multiple ones. There are 4 sliders and 1 knob. But it would get weird if the number of bands would suddenly change between 2 instances, I think.
But I would hope that there are like modulators in there.
There are modulators in there, yeah.
I think we get the point now.
Right? I have an important question, guys. Yeah, I have an important question.
Yeah.
What would you rate the name Snappy Snap out of 10?
0.
I would think that it's a snap plugin where you can record snaps with or something.
Yeah, but what would you rate it out of 10? 0 to 10. Snappy Snap.
Literally like a 1.
I think 3, because I'm not thinking of snaps when I'm thinking of parameter randomization.
See, I had no idea why it was called Snappy Snap until he used the word snapshot like 3 times. Then I was like, I guess it's because of the snapshots. But I think it's a very dumb name. I agree with Zane.
I also forgot about the name.
That's a dumb name, guy. Change the name.
I mean, it's because he thinks they're called like snapshots or whatever when you're like
that makes
have
sense.
A plugin state.
Of course.
He could call it Meta Snap.
But that makes sense.
Meta parameter. Actually, okay, the plugin name doesn't even matter. It's more of like
I think that that's what I'm here for. I think the plugin name definitely matters. I think the UI is nice.
Yeah, the UI is good.
That's also
the
important.
idea is interesting. I feel like it's literally just an XY pad that like manipulates knobs. But I think there's some good use cases I could think of for like a synth preset, because maybe you can really morph from like a bass to like a fucking ARP in like a one knob. I think that's a good idea, but I don't know exactly how it would work in practice. I feel like that's the best idea I could think of. I don't know about y'all.
I had a lot of ideas, but I will not spoil you with that because I made a lot of content that I'm still about to release.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's definitely not a plugin for me, probably. I just don't work like that.
It's too much work. Like, I'm trying to make a fucking beat here.
Yeah, I just like a piano. No effects, just a piano. That's good.
That's actually a good point, because there are a lot of snapshots, and I feel like it's a little bit intimidating that you can put all of these snapshots into different states. It makes me feel like I have to do that, and then I'm suddenly responsible for, what was that, 8 different presets
even
or something?
More, like
on the other hand, you don't have to over-obsess over it. You can just put randomizers on all of them and then just choose the ones that work best or something.
Yeah, of course. I mean, more like I like static sounds.
Yeah, you don't have to modulate them, right? You can just put this point on any point in the field and then it will somewhat work or something.
But like, what plugins would be good with this? Because like freaking a plugin with like 3 knobs.
I mean, it could be fun to put like a synthesizer in it, or even a synth stack, control like 5 synths at the same time.
Yeah, when you don't have a lot of parameters in the plugin, then it's more likely that the randomization still does something reasonable. Like if you randomized disperser, for example, every patch would somewhat make sense. And if you have something really huge like Serum 2, then you have to be very careful that you don't randomize some stupid shit. But as long as the workflows work, that lets you select in which ways the different parameters are being randomized, you can make all kinds of useful stuff with that, right?
How is it useful if it's random though? Like what?
Look, it's sort of a parameter generator. I mean a preset generator. So instead of making presets yourself, you just define in which way the preset makes itself, and then you make a bunch of presets. It's almost like some sort of AI thing, but 100% algorithmically.
But Zane, can you lead us into the next topic, Zane? Lead us into the next topic that I don't remember the topic.